السلام علیکم دوستو، څنګه یې؟ ښایي ټیک ټاک برابر یې. امید لرم چې ژوند په مزو کې او د صحت په جامو کې وئ. نن تاسو ته مخاطب یو په یو نوي ویلاګ کې. په دې کې به مونږ د کومه اوس چې کومه ګورمنټ روان دی، زمونږ نوی وزیر اعظم صاحب چې راغلی دی، کومه وزیر اعظم شهباز شریف صاحب او د عمران خان چې کومه ګورمنټ و، دې باره کې به خبره کوو انشاءالله. تاسو زمونږ دا چېرته ځای مه زمونږ دا ویلاګ ګورئ او مونږ به پرې خبرې اترې کوو د خیره سره. نو بیسیکلی زه خو د عمران خان فین یم د ډېر وخت نه. خبره به صفا کوو او ډېر وخت نه یې سپورټ کوم، ډېر زیات مې خوښ دی. او ګورمنټ چې و نو هغه هم ډېر زیات ښه و، لکه مهنګایي وه خو لکه ملک چې کومه و نو هغه نور یې ښه روان کړی و، لکه مصنوعي نه و، ارټیفیشل دغه نه و، ارټیفیشل حالات نه و، لکه د ملک و، ښه نیچرلي حالات و. او اوس خو اوس خو چې کومه مو شهباز شریف دلی، دا شهباز شریف دلی دا ملک روان کړی، نو انشاءالله چې زویمه مهنګایي به نور هم سیوا کېږي، نوره به هم دې ګورمنټ کې سیوا کېږي. خو بس الله دې خیر کړي، الله دې موږ وساتي. او سیاست زیاتر سپورټ کوو نه، خو as a fan I'm supporting Imran Khan, so because of that he's really proud man. نو بس چرته چې خوشحاله او آباد اوسئ او زموږ سره اوسئ، موږ به انشاءالله نن غټ سټریمینګ کوو پر یوټیوب باندې، غټه ویډیو به زموږ راځي، نو موږ سره اوسئ انشاءالله چې تاسو ته به مختلف خبرې کوو، یو بل سره به ډسکشن کوو، نو موږ سره اوسئ. بل خپل محنت کوئ په یوټیوب باندې. را روان دور چې دا به د یوټیوب انشاءالله دا هر څه چې دا سوشل میډیا آنلاین طرف ته روان دي، صحیح ده، آنلاین کېږي به، هر شی به آنلاین کېږي. بیا به چې کومه دی نو بغیر د سوشل میډیا، بغیر د نیټ انټرنیټ نه به هیڅ هم نه کېږي. نو ځان لږ شانې سبسکرایبر فالوورز گین کړئ آن سوشل میډیا، چې ستاسو فیوچر چې کومه یا بیا صحیح برایټ وي. سو دغه وکړئ، یوټیوب باندې کار کوئ، محنت کوئ، انشاءالله تاسو به کامیاب شئ. او یوټیوب دا اناونس کړي چې 2025 کې به یوټیوب د ورلډ د ټولو نه بیسټ پلیټفارم وي آن سوشل میډیا. سو ډېره یو ښه خبره ده، ډېر خلک یې ارنینګ هم کوي، موږ هم کوشش کوو چې یوټیوب نه ارنینګ وکړو، او انشاءالله دا به دغه کېږي. ویډیو مې سټارټ کړه، اوس دغه شان به وي نو مونږ بل ټاپک وو مسلز. Muscle is Latin word which means little mouse. Which means little mouse. Because its construction looks like running up a little. Running up a little mound. Reason cheesy construction chikamo. Adashu chilipe koda mug. Mug chikala sagai mandi hote. Definition. Muscle are bundle of muscle fibers which can be contracted contracted and expanded due to produce physical movement. Muscle muscle chikam then you bundle of cells or fibers which can be contracted and expanded to movement to produce movement physical produce physical movement. Muscles are mesodermal in origin. Mass body. Muscle tissues makes nearly by half of human body or mass weight. There are about 150 muscle in human body. Most 600 muscles are voluntary. Of the 50 muscles in the involuntary actions. Okay, involuntary. Characteristic of muscle. Muscles can be stimulated. Muscle can be stimuli narrow impulse because of muscle have short and length. Muscle have stretch when pulled. Muscle have contraction and relaxation. Types of muscle. Skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle and smooth muscle. There are three types of muscle. Muscle have attached to the skeleton and associated with the movement of bones are called. Courage muscle are attached to the skeleton associated with movement of bone the movements muscle skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle you chikala aga muscle jaga muscle pa skeleton puri attached situated with the movement of bone. The bones are associated from movement. Skeletal muscle are shaped spindle cylindrical and why the skeletal muscle is a long structure. Nucleus. Skeletal muscle cell many nuclei are present. Many nuclei चकमई आपके मुझसे represent देंगे. ठीक है. Nutrition. Strength muscles are called stripped or stripped muscle because they show alternate light and dark bonds. Muscle appearance. Skeletal muscle have regular strips. Voluntary skeletal muscle are consciously controlled. As control key voluntary, so therefore called voluntary muscle, highly adaptable. Cause and speed of contraction. It is controlled by nerves system. Speed of contraction is slow due to rapid evolutionary occurrence. It is a modern form of muscle fatigue. These muscles get tired after a short period. As tired की for short period की. Function. It is associated with the movement of bones. The bones are attached with bones movement associated with the movement. Example is muscle of arms and legs. A skeletal muscle example city the arms or legs. Then example muscles cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle occur only in the heart, where in the constitution of link of heart walls. Cardiac muscle hantam guayu. Tazamusara chikamne heart is lucky occur only in the heart, where the constitute the bulk of heart walls. The bulk of heart walls की cardiac muscle the bulk of heart walls cardiac की cardiac system. Cell shape muscles composed of chain of single cell. Composed पर single chain बनते की the cells are branched, interconnected and organized into fibers. Interconnect or organized for fibers. Nucleus. A nucleus single cardiac muscle cell has single nucleus. Cardiac muscle cell single nucleus. अब जिनोर की single nucleus को skeletal की परी की देर से nucleus मौजूद वो skeletal. Striation is here. The cardiac muscles are also striated or stripped muscle because they show alternate light and dark bonds. Muscle appearance. They have irregular strips. Involuntary. Nazam sarasai. Spontaneous. Nazam sar spontaneous की involuntary की जैसे ज़रा धड़कन शो रहा है involuntary. Cause and speed of contraction. Speed contraction. It is spontaneous and the speed of contraction is spontaneous and involuntary. And this is spontaneous speed the contraction involuntary they contract at constant rate but can contract faster. Constant rate contract की सही ना but can contract out zor contract की faster contract की for a short time. In evolutionary occurrence, they are the most modern muscle. As a most modern muscle, we say, yeah. Fatigue. These muscles do not hurt. As not tired. Fatigue na kaskai. Function. Cardiac muscle responsible for the contraction and relaxation of heart walls and pumps blood. Cardiac muscle function sare responsibility contraction or relaxation the um, the heart walls pump blood. The heart walls and pumps blood. These example is shared according. These are muscle of heart. As the heart muscle. دویم زموږ سره سره smooth muscle. دویم زموږ سره دی smooth muscle. دویم زموږ سره دی smooth muscle. Smooth working smoothly and slowly are. Smooth muscles are the earliest evolved muscle present throughout the animal kingdom. Smooth muscle working smoothly and slow. Characteristic seal shape. Smooth muscles are long and spindle shape. हम सर पल्ला उगडील यो spindle shape की मौजूद दी. Nucleus. ये smooth muscle हम देना. बाद यो smooth muscle की चिकम देना यो. Smooth muscle seal की चिकम देना यो. Single nucleus. Striation. that चिकम से non-striated or unstripped muscle because they have no light and dark bond. Muscles appearance. They are unstripped or sheet-like. Involuntary. Contraction of smooth muscle is involuntary. Smooth muscles contraction is involuntary. Causes and speed of contraction. It is a spontaneous and controlled by nervous system and hormones, and speed of contraction is slow. These come in the spontaneously or the control by nervous system, hormones, or the speed of contraction is slow. Evolutionary. It is earliest form of muscle. As a muscle become in total awalene form later pela form muscle fatigue or these muscle do not tire. As a muscle tiredness key fatigue function control. They control movement of substance through hollow organ. As a muscle movement of substance is chicamaria control kai area the hollow organs. Example is they are present in blood vessel. Blood vessel की मौजूदगी digestive tract की respiratory tract की और urinary bladder की. आज हम सब की मौजूदगी example की the अवलने example से तो the guard the skeletal muscle example car skeletal muscle of arms and legs. Muscle these are muscle of heart. So issue present in blood, digestive tract, respiratory tract, and urinary bladder is present. Blood vessel. Human skeletal muscle. Human skeletal muscle. Human skeletal muscle. Structure of skeletal muscle. د غوا بچی دی. Human skeletal muscle. The muscle that are attached to a skeleton and associated with the movement of bone are called skeleton. Explain the structure of human skeleton. Structure of human skeleton. Explain the structure of human skeletal muscle. Human skeletal muscle. The muscle that attach to the skeleton and with the associated with the movement of bones is called skeletal muscle. Structure of skeletal muscle. अवलने structure किसकी है? Muscle fiber cell. Muscle fiber of cell. Each muscle consists of muscle spindle muscle bundle, which are further composed of muscle cells fiber. Structure of muscle fiber or cell. Shape is only. Each muscle fiber is a long cylindrical unbranched shape. Skeletal muscle chida lazim sara chigam de long chain kida lazim sara long the cylindrical the unbranched shaped kida. Diameter. The diameter of muscle fiber 10 to 100 micrometer. Diameter is here 10 to 100 micrometer. Circulema. Muscle is surrounded by a membrane called circulema. Adin a membrane tau share the skeletal muscle chayarungo circulema. Sarcoplasma. Each muscle fiber of semi-fluid matrix called यो muscle चिकम दे muscle fiber चिकम दे कंदा मुश्तमिल है पर semi-fluid matrix बने तो semi-fluid matrix बने हमें चाहे तुम गोये sarcoplasma. Organelles. Sarcoplasma of muscle fiber contain different organelles and biological molecules. Nuclei. There are the periphery of each fiber. Sarcosomes. Each muscle fiber contain a large number of mitochondria called yo muscle fibers a long number of mitochondria on the chicken sarco complex Golgi complex pani sarcoplasmic reticulum yo muscle fiber endoplasmic reticulum bani machinery molecules. Each muscle fiber contains stored glycogen and myoglobin molecules. T-tubules. T-tubules. Sarcoma is muscle fiber is eugeniated regular interval forming shaped. Regular interval forming shaped. In forming shaped. Hi. Muscle contraction and relaxation. Explain the mechanism of contraction and relaxation. Mungo you pela make muscle contraction. The ability of muscle to contract is called contractility. When muscle attracts, the length of each sarcomere is reduced. کله چې موږ سره muscle attraction وکړي so length attracts کی of each sarcomere reduce sarcomere چې کوم دی یو reduce شي. Sliding filament hypothesis. Sliding filament hypothesis. Development of H. Huxley and A.F. Huxley and their colleagues suggested the hypothesis in 1907 to explain the events in muscle contraction. This is called sliding filament hypothesis theory. Sliding filament hypothesis theory explanation. According to this hypothesis, the thin filament slides over the thick filament, but there is no change in the original length of thin and thick filament. Mechanism of sliding filament. Unexposed actin bending site. Unexposed. During relaxed condition, bending sides on thin filaments are unexposed, so myosin heads cannot form cross bridge with it. Nerve impulse. Whenever a stimulus is received by a receptor, that message will reach to CNS, and from CNS it carried by motor neuron into cytoplasm of a muscle fiber through T tube. Release of calcium plus iron. Due to nerve impulse, calcium plus iron are released from sarcoplasmic reticulum. Exposed binding site after releasing the plus 2 ion binds to troponin. As a result, the myosin and actin bending sites are exposed. Formation of cross bendage. After exposing the bending sites, the myosin head bends to bending sides of thin filament and form cross bridge with the help of energy released from ATP during hydrolysis at head region. At head region, sliding After formation, faster. Events occurs in construction. Z lines come closer together. I bend reduces. Z H lines disappear. Thin filaments slide over thick filaments. No chains occur and ranges. Muscle fiber relaxation. Nerve impulse stop. After contraction of muscle, the nerve impulse which are coming towards muscle fiber stop down. Recumulation of calcium plus iron. When nerve impulse stop down, the sarcoplasmic reticulum again recumulates calcium plus ions by its transport within milliseconds. Cross bridge breakup. The cross bridge between myosin heads bending sides of actin breaks with the help of energy released from the hydrolysis of another ATP at head origin. Return up of thin filaments after breaking up cross bridge, and the thin filaments return to their state of minimum overlay. Muscle relaxation. When thin filaments return to their original position, the sarcomere once again attain their maximum length and muscle becomes relaxed. Control of muscle contraction. All phenomena of the contraction control of muscle contraction. All are known phenomena. The contraction of each muscle fiber is based on all or non-sensible all of its fiber for severe and contraction statement is it states so that there will be complete contraction of muscle fiber if there is a stimulus, while there would be no contraction in the absence of stimulus, but there is no incomplete contraction of muscle fibers. When muscles receives message shows complete response or is no response, there is no incomplete contraction. All muscle fiber contracts equal powerful contraction. Motor units. Motor unit of muscle group of muscle fibers whose contraction can controlled by a single neuron called motor unit. Muscle physical relation between neurons and muscle fibers. The axon of a motor neuron has motor neuron has many branches. Each branch of motor neuron is up to muscle fibers. A group of muscle fibers whose contraction is controlled by single motor is known as motor. Weak of motor. Particular muscles have many motor units. Thus, the strength of muscular contraction depends on the number of motor units involved. Less motor units are involved. This contraction will break, will weak. But if many motor involved, as muscle contraction will be every slow. Threshold value. The maximum value of stimulus to which a response can be down shows as known as threshold value. Stimulus can one threshold values. What is antagonism? Relate knee fear of muscle in your body to antagonist moment. Bismillah. Antagonist muscle. Most muscle of our body work in a fair such a way that one muscle contracts, relax, and vice versa. Type of muscles arrangement is called antagonism, and the muscles acting in this way are called antagonistic. So antagonistic muscle work in pair. One muscle called flexor and other called extensor. Flexor, it is the muscle which bends, flexes limb, arm, leg when contracts called flexor. Extensor muscle is extend to the straighten arm, leg, limb, arm, leg, which contracts called. Example: quad grips, upper legs. Mechanism of antagonism. These muscles is antagonism and quadricep, forming hamstring. Wait for it. Muscle right different problems and disorder of muscle. Definition: along with painful contraction of muscle, more muscle is called muscle cramps. Muscle cramps is the prolonged painful contraction of one or more. Painful contraction से muscle दर्द को muscle cramps. Example: writer cramps is a familiar example of temporary contractures. Cause in restraining, poor use of muscles, dehydration, lack of minerals, compression and narrowing of arteries, imperfect posture of muscles, aging, depletion of oxygen, formation in lactic acid in muscles are more common during pregnancy, diabetes, nervous, liver, thyroid disorder. Symptoms of muscle cramps: involuntary contraction or spasm, like muscles pain occurs at night during after prolonged exercise. Person is unable to write properly, like a writer's cramps. Contraction of eye muscles, blepharospasm. Most muscle cramps develop in the leg muscles. Treatment of muscle cramps: physical therapy, physiotherapy, stable, hydrated. Medications also helps relax muscle. Muscle fatigue. Muscle fatigue is a state of physical inability to contract. Muscle fatigue muscle fatigue is a state of physical inability to contract. Contraction reduce the capacity of muscle to do work after prolonged stimulation. Reduce the capacity of muscle to carbo की contraction. Muscle fatigue बीमारी बोलो. Reason: Complete lack of UTC causes permanent contraction of muscle. This is because when muscle is contracted, myosin remains attached to actin contracted from form until new ATP arises. But if there is no ATP, a condition of permanent contraction arises comes fatigue. Causes and risk factors: accumulation of lactic acid in muscles. Cikala musar lactic acid kamshi po wujud ki. Excess of concentration of calcium जो आंच musar से washi chloride. Malnutrition nutrition की musar deficiency of nutrition musar रहती. Heavy exercise cikala munka kau no ai kem kire shira muscle fatigue. Emotional disturbance kem kire shi. Depletion of glycogen and oxygen kem less. Availability of ATP in muscle kem kire shi kam ATP ची बता नहीं लगी. Defect and circulatory symptom of muscle fatigue. Multi-joint faint without redness or swelling, shortness of breath, muscle दर्द के lack of sensation, weight loss की anxiety depression, chest pain, muscles reduce the ability to generate force diarrhea, fever, chills by vomiting, and lack of motivation. Recovery. Muscle fatigue चिकम देगा ना, cause a short and rapid activity, then its recovery can be fatigue caused by invasive and testing the prevention. The prevention of muscle fatigue: maintain balanced, well diet, or drinks more water much possible. Improve aerobic capacity. Prevent dehydration. Tetany. Your topic that one. Tetany is medical condition which involves involuntary contraction of muscle due to disease or any condition, increases the action potential towards muscle cells. Muscle twitching, muscle cause and respect reduction of blood in hyperaldosteronism. Underfunction is parathyroid gland, low level of CO2 and magnesium plus. Severe diarrhea. Medication is lead to kidney disease, pancreas disease, and pregnancy, etc. Malnutrition, vitamin D deficiency, electrolyte imbalance. Symptom of tetany. The common symptoms of tetany are cramping in hands and feet, painful involuntary contraction, swelling and redness of muscles, tingling and numbness, shortness of breath, muscle inches are usual sensation, vomiting, convulsion, sighs. Treatment and prevention. Intravenous calcium is quickly calcium infusion of calcium and magnesium, drinking of much more water, oral calcium plus vitamin D administration, warming muscles of heat, tetanus, leg kabja. The infection of nervous system leading to painful muscle contraction, particularly of jaw and knee and neck. Muscle infection in nervous system, chaga muscle painful muscle contraction, contraction का particular जा होने की causes is ये bacterium which cause this is disease Clostridium bacterium is so and soil dust animals feces bacteria live in the form of spores and inactive form but they can remain infectious for more than 40 years. Such bacteria enters to human body by wounds. Inside the body produce toxin or poison called tetanus phosphate. Mode of action: the transformation tetanus bacteria block the nerve signals from spinal cord to motor neurons, which cause surgery inside the spasm. Involuntary movement. The spasm can powerful that they tear up muscles called fracture of the spinal cord. Symptom of tetanus. Painful contraction of body muscles is stiffness and jaw muscles. Difficulties of swallowing. Stiffness and neck, the abdominal muscles. Fever, sweating, elevated blood muscle pressure. Is how to treatment and prevention. Proper cleaning of wounds. Tetanus toxin medicines usually injected the neutralize toxins. Vaccines against tetanus are used to immunize children. Toxin vaccines. Medications may be used with help of regulate the involuntary muscle activity. That's cover the wounds. Cover difference between tetany and tetanus. Tetany is a clinical sign of immune aspiration, which while tetanus a bacterial disease, infection disease. Tetany is also a bacterial sign. The clinical sign is the manifestation in certain condition. While tetanus is also a bacterial disease, the infection disease. The सही है infect की समस्या टेटनी चिकम दे can be clinical sign of tetanus. और हकीकत की समस्या टेटनी चिरा tetanus लगा यो clinical sign de the tetanus. The tetanism the clinical sign de the tetanus. Difference following tetany is an involuntary muscle contraction or spasm occurs due to hyper excitability of the underlying muscle, which multiple causes such as hyperglycemia, malfunction, parathyroid gland severe diarrhea, etc. While tetanus is caused by toxin produced by CTTN, which affects the neuron, leading into uncontrolled impulses, leads to muscle spasm, abnormal heart rate, blood pressure, sweating, fever, stiffness, and jaw muscle, etc. This is the end of this chapter. Inshallah, I will complete tomorrow the next chapter. So pencil. Nerves coordination. Exopencil. सँगै मलगरो टिकटाक के बराबर ये. How are you, dear friends and ladies and gentlemen? हाय जब बता मैं तुमसे आपसे बात करूंगा, लेकिन मैं थोड़ा बाहर जा रहा हूँ, फिर आ रहा हूँ, आपसे कुछ बात करनी है. सो आप हमारे इस व्लॉग, इस स्ट्रीमिंग में इस मत जाइए, आप बैठ जाइए और इसको देखते जाइए, ताकि मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ आखिर में मैं एक ज़रूरी बात करना चाहता हूँ आप सबसे, क्योंकि वो बहुत ज़रूरी है आपके लिए. तो प्लीज़ आप थोड़ा सा बैठ जाइए और हमारा ये व्लॉग देखिए. देखिए। थैंक यू। मैं सिर्फ 2 मिनट में आ रहा हूँ, फिर आपको अस्सलामुअलैकुम जी, मैं वापस आ गया। उम्मीद करता हूँ कि ये व्लॉग आपको पसंद आई होगी ना, क्योंकि हमने बहुत मेहनत से ये बनाया। 1 घंटा मुसलसल में बैठा रहा, बैठा बैठा बैठा, और आपसे बातें भी की, थोड़े बहुत गपशप नहीं मारी मिलती, बातें बहुत ज़्यादा की। इंशाल्लाह ये मैं अपने नए यूट्यूब चैनल है जो है ना अर्शू वाला नेम पे वो बनाई, इस पे अपलोड करूँगा ये वीडियो, और वहाँ भी आप देख सकते हैं फिर, और इससे इंजॉय करें और ये लाइक करें और शेयर करें। मैं हमेशा चाहता हूँ कि मुझसे कोई हमारा व्यूअर्स नाराज़ ना हो जाए, क्योंकि मैं उसके लिए बहुत बहुत मेहनत कर रहा हूँ यार। सपोर्ट कीजिए यार, शेयर कीजिए यार, लाइक कीजिए यार इस वीडियो को, और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें ज़रूर। इंशाल्लाह ये वीडियो 1 मिलियन तक चले जाएगा इंशाल्लाह, मेरा यकीन है। सो आई हैव ट्राई टू upload more videos in this month because of your love, because of your patience. अच्छा, मौसम बहुत ज़्यादा थोड़ा सा गर्म है यार, मतलब अच्छा नहीं है, सुहाना मौसम नहीं है यहाँ मर्दान में। तो एसी की ज़रूरत करनी पड़ती है। एसी क्या बात है यार। गुड एंड बैड। आखिर में दो शायर भी सुनाऊंगा आपको। होती नहीं हो। होती नहीं जो कौन के जा। बहुत आई तेरी यादें, तेरी यादें। दोबारा सुनाओ। वो दोबारा सुनाओ। तुझसे जुड़ा हूँ मैं, तुझसे डर है तुझे मैं खो न दूँ, मिलो जो खुदा तू को न दूँ। हक तो जहाँ मैं क्या करूँ तू बता। ओ डर है तुझे मैं खो न दूँ। मैं फिर भी तुमको चाहूँगा, मैं फिर भी तुमको चाहूँगा। इस चाहत में मर जाऊँगा, मैं फिर भी तुमको चाहूँगा। दोबारा सुनाओ। वो कौम की में आखिर में मैं एक शेर भी बताऊँ, शेर भी सुनूंगा आपको। मेरा वीडियो जो है वो आखिर अख्तिताम तक पहुंचने वाली है। मैं उसके बाद वीडियो ऑफ करूंगा क्योंकि रात का टाइम है, तो सोना भी ज़रूरी है। मुझे बहुत नींद आ रही है यार। आपको लगता नहीं है कि मुझे नींद आ रही है, लेकिन मुझे पता चलता है, मैं महसूस कर रहा हूँ कि बहुत नींद आ रही है यार। तो आखिरी शेर पे मैं अपना वीडियो ख़त्म करूँगा। चलते हैं दबे पाँव के कोई जाग न जाए, चलते हैं दबे पाँव के कोई जाग न जाए, ग़ुलामी के असीरों की एक ख़ास आदा है। बिया मैं एक बार फिर मैं आपको दोबारा सुनूंगा। चलते हैं दबे पाँव के कोई जाग न जाए, चलते हैं दबे पाँव के कोई जाग न जाए, ग़ुलामी के असीरों की एक ख़ास आदा है। गुड बाय एंड गुड लक। Take care of yourself and live healthy and happy, and good luck. Goodbye.